Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can use a Super Yeti Blimp with 3 different strategies here at Townhall 12 to 3-star any base. So the first strategy we're going to be taking a look at is arguably one of the easiest, and it's of course going to be the mass clones coming in with those dragons. It's incredibly powerful, and in combination with the giant arrow from your queen, you're going to be able to crush through bases. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is identifying an air sweeper that we want to take down. It's very important you try to take down the air sweeper that's pointing towards the point of attack. So for us, we're going to be attacking from over here, so we're looking to take down at least this air sweeper, if not both of them. We actually get unbelievable accuracy there, and we are able to snipe off both of them right from one corner. Not only does this start, of course, the attack off really strongly, but you're also able to create a really quick funnel using that giant arrow. Then, of course, we have the healer puppet coming in on that queen. That's already going to just keep that queen alive, and you can have a mini queen walk going up the side of one base, helping to create that funnel. Continuing on, again, baby dragon going to be used for funneling. King going to be coming down for funneling on the opposite side. As soon as they have taken down a couple of buildings each, you're going to be able to progress through onto the next stage of your attack, which is of course going to be those balloons and those dragons. We're going to be coming in with that rage gem on the Grand Warden, super strong, and of course giving that little bit extra boost as your dragons progress through the base. Moving on to the main portion of our attack, we have that blimp flying all the way through. We do want to make sure we're catching it with our Eternal Tome ability from the Grand Warden, and while I see it, make sure you set your Grand Warden onto air. Moving on to the Yeti smash portion of this attack, you guys can see just as that blimp is going to drop, we're going to rage things up, we're going to drop down the triple clone spell, and we're going to be able to see a huge amount of value coming from that Super Yeti, zapping out everything with those electromites and absolutely decimating the town hall section. Dragons are going to have absolutely no problem crushing through the back end of this one. Another rage spell in hand just to help move proceedings along. So the only thing I would say, I'm not 100% sure if the armor link down in the description has a ground Grand Warden or an air Grand Warden, but it's definitely worth double checking to make sure he is on air. We don't want him getting sniped off too early. We definitely want him following behind our dragons while they are up in the air. But you'll see just for the amount of troops we have left up in this one, completely crushed with all 3 heroes still on full HP, swagging the King's ability, swagging a rage spell as well. A beautiful way to kick off this video, demonstrating just how powerful the Super Yeti Blimp is, this time in combination with dragons. So let's move through onto the next one, which is going to be LaLo. So moving through onto that second attack, of course we're coming in with a LaLo. It's one of the strongest strategies at many town halls, but it's one of those strategies you are going to have to take just a little bit of skill to try and master it. But the Super Yeti Blimp allows us to get a lot of value from that initial charge, meaning our LaLo should be slightly easier. So let's jump straight through and we can break it down. So kicking off proceedings, we're going to be identifying a portion of the base that we're looking to take down with our Super Yeti Blimp. 9 times out of 10 this is either going to be the Eagle Artillery compartment or the Town Hall compartment. This time we opt to go for the Eagle Artillery compartment, able to clear out a Wizard Tower, Air Defense, Archer Tower, Expo, a few other nice defenses as well. We may be able to get a lure on the Clan Castle troops as well if our electromites go far enough. But that blimp, we don't really need too much support. A couple of Cocoloons right at the start just to test. We're then going to drop down those clone spells, and we're going to go ahead and get that Super Yeti coming on through. Now of course, we don't have enough space with our clone spells down here at Townhall 12 that they're actually going to be able to clone up the Super Yetis themselves, which is absolutely perfect because it means they're only going to clone up the electromites, which actually are going to give you far more value. So starting off very strongly, we're then going to come in with a kind of suey portion of the attack here. Your heroes are going to come in without too much support. We've got the Ice Golem kind of going in there just helping out proceedings, but the King's job here and the Queen's job, take out as many defenses as they possibly can and create, you'll see we're kind of clearing out this compartment, and this compartment here. This is going to leave a pretty easy path for our LaLo to go, going opposite side of this sweeper. King gonna deal with that multi-target inferno at the top. Queen now dealing with the Clan Castle troops, which is definitely another thing you're going to want to make sure you take down. Those CC troops can be absolutely deadly. F left unchecked on your LaLo, so definitely make sure you take them down. Queen again going to be bringing the healer puppet on her just to keep her alive as she progresses through the core of the base. King's done a marvellous job on that top section, the vampire stash actually helping to keep him alive. Now we can get going with the LaLo portion of our attack. Like I said, going to go opposite side from the sweeper here. We're going to use that Eternal Tome ability really early here. That is to help us get through the multi-target Inferno, but also catching our headhunters. Those came through and they dealt with the enemy Archer Queen. That's basically a walking air defense, so you're definitely going to want to try and take it down as quickly as you possibly can. In this particular example, we're going to be finishing up on the Townhall, which is never really my recommendation because you're either going to get a 3-star or you're going to get a 1-star. It's definitely risky, but we ended up having that freeze spell to help us get through the back end. We did still have our queen as well, so try to always have a plan for what you're going to do to take down that Town Hall. But in this particular case, you'll see we still have a whole heap of balloons up. We still have the Grand Warden as well as the queen flying on through. Very strong indeed, and another great example of how you can use the Super Yeti in a blimp to get lots of value. And for the third and final attack, we're going to be coming in with a bit of a go-ho. We've got a classic go-ho coming on through here, bit of a kill squad, hog riders coming in behind, and of course a Super Yeti blimp to help along proceedings. So let's jump straight in and break this one down. For this one again, we're looking to try and maximize the amount of value we are getting from that blimp, so we're going to go raw without any balloons, which is always a little bit risky, but we're going to rage things up. We're going to drop down those clone spells and allow those electromites to just chain through and get a whole heap of value. Really, realistically, we were trying to take down the enemy queen there if at all possible. That can definitely cause issues, but because we've got that kill squad also going to be pushing on through, we should still be able to get lots of value. We also got a nice early lure on those clan castle troops, which means we can just deal with them on the outside of the base. Not going to cause us a real headache, which is always nice. We've got the double golem, of course, going to be coming out in front. A couple of wizards swinging on through behind as well. Those are just going to be used to take out some of these trash buildings and start to set the funnel. We're looking to push in towards this multi-target Inferno and deal with both, if not all three, of the enemy heroes. The few objectives you're looking to get here with your kill squad, definitely first of all clan castle troops. 100% you need to take them down. Heroes are very important as well to try and clear, and you're looking to get at least one multi-target Inferno, should I say, if not two. But going to continue pushing on through here. Looks like our king and queen should be able to snipe on through and grab that multi-target Inferno for us. Couple of hog riders again just to help along proceedings, but the majority of our hog riders are probably going to be pushing through from this left hand side. It seems taking care of some of these outer defenses, but I would imagine that we're going to see the majority of them coming through onto the Town Hall. Holding on to our Grand Warden for a little bit of time here. Actually, we're going to be going into the multi-target Inferno up towards this left hand side of the base. Rage Gem going to be coming through on our Grand Warden. Very nice, because we're just combining that with the heal spells themselves. Of course, if you brought rage spells, you're probably going to want to bring the healing tome or the life gem, but we're going to continue pushing on through. This is exceptionally powerful, this strategy, one of my favorites, and of course that Eternal Tome ability going to help us get through the Giga Bomb from the Town Hall. Single target Inferno not going to cause any real issues for a mass group of hog riders. We've got that king still pushing on through on the back end. We're pretty much swagging a heal spell here as well, freezing up that single target Inferno just because we can, and this point it's just going to be a case of cleanup. So my only recommendation on the back end here, try not to lose all your troops too early. We of course got plenty of buildings to try and clean up here on the back end. You can't always just rely on those hog riders to stay alive throughout the back end of this one, so save a wizard, save a couple of archers just to start cleaning up some of those outer trash buildings. But this one is going to finish up a 3-star with a swag heal spell and hopefully another strategy you can add to your arsenal. Thank you so much for watching though. If you do enjoy these types of videos here on the Barracks, be sure to go ahead and subscribe for lots more like this in the future. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.